So, good morning, everyone, Andy. So, the last class I started the concept known as relationship between classes, means interlinking of classes. Indirectly, we are linking the objects. So, let me repeat once. The process of establishing communication between classes is known as relationship between classes. Relationship between classes are categorized into three types: references, inheritance, and inner classes. I said yesterday. Inner classes, other name is nested classes, you can say. The process in which one object holding the reference of another object is known as references concept. It's a theory. In this references concept, the methods of one class can access the members of another classes using object reference. For this, I took one small demo program. In this demo program, employee class is holding the reference of address class. That only concept. Through employee object, we can access the members of address class. So here, in the demo purpose, the method of employee accessing the method of address is accessing through this object reference. Such concept we call it as reference as a concept. Okay, right. Now, yesterday in this diagram, employee class object is holding the reference of address class object. There is observation be done. No time to record that statement. I am writing down. Make it note. In the above diagram, the object of employee class. In the above diagram, the object of employee class is holding the reference of, in the above diagram, the object of employee class is holding the reference of address class object, holding the reference of address class object. In this process, the methods of employee class can access the members of address class. In this process, the methods of employee class can access the members of address class, the members of address class. right? So like this, one object can hold references of any number of objects, no restriction. It can hold it. So like this, it can hold any number. The statement I'm making down anyway. One object can hold any number of object references. One object can hold any number of object references without restriction. Without restriction. Restriction not there, it can hold it. So one object can hold the references, can hold any number of object references. Restriction not there. Look here. The concept is very simple actually. One object holding the reference of another object. Very small concept. But in the applicative area, it is playing very crucial role. Why means object-oriented programmer can create object or can generate object. Not only generating objects, on demand we can link the objects. That only concept. We can establish some link between the objects. That only concept. So linking objects not there directly, you have to link the class. If you establish a link between the class, then the link will come to the objects. That's only theory. So we call relationship between classes or linking of classes. In the class level, what happened now? Class declared with non-primitive data type variable. One non-primitive data type variable. Class declared with one non-primitive data type variable. That non-primitive data type variable will hold the reference of object of other class. The only concept. So in the yesterday's program, if you observe it, references anyway. The class declared with non-primitive data type variable. The class declared with non-primitive data type variable. We call it as reference variable. This non-primitive data type variable will hold reference of object of other class. That only concept. Sir, where we can apply this concept generally? One minute. See this small example. This one. Roughly one box is there now. 0x333, one box here. This is one object actually. Now this object is holding. This is one reference. This is one reference. So one object holding three references. So what I'm trying to say here is, this is Advanced Java. This is web browser. Through web browser, what are the requests are coming generally? In the background, our server program will be running. Server means a servlet. The servlet will depend upon reference concept. One object will hold reference of another object. Sir, like this, how many objects it will hold? Means, so these are the objects. So the servlet program will hold these many objects. These are the objects. This is one servlet program. This is one servlet. This one servlet will communicate with the remaining all objects. That only servlet programming. Student point of view, very hard. Why means objects will come, that all object references will be available in one more object. He has to control that object. So object linking is playing a role. That only I want to say that. Concept very small, and for understanding purpose, we took address and employee for understanding. That is concept introduction only. Application is here. Application is Advanced Java. That concept will be applied here. So here one object will hold references of 10 objects. That only concept. So there also we train very slowly. We take one object, we link one object, we train it. Like this, we link all the objects and come to one object will hold 10 object references. Advantage, if all are linked to servlet program, in that servlet program one method will be there. The method can access all 10 object members. That only servlet program. So server program will access all the objects available in the project. So that one only servlet coding. Remaining all available. Beans are there. Java collection framework. DAOs with databases. All components will be integrated to servlet program with the concept known as references. References means in your interview, define references means the process in which one object holding reference of another object. Simply you can say interlinking of objects. What is the advantage? They will ask it. The method available in one object can access the members of another object. That's the concept. Understood this point now, right? To establish that link, what is the process? Means we use one constructor. We pass parameter while object creation. Automatically constructor will find it. That process I shown. Today also I'll show that. Right? This is the basic concept behind that references playing one crucial role to you. Why I shown this one means concept ended actually. Because if I write my second program, it will be ended. Always linking objects only. So this concept somewhere I am going to apply in the future because I shown that. I only will drawing these diagrams and these all diagrams I only drawn. In Advanced Java, we sit very relaxedly and write. So at last we release one layout to the student actually. At last we release one layout to the student. One complete layout will be released. 1 minute. It's a complete layout. We release it actually. The last day we release that layout. This is your, why I'm showing means all are linked actually. All objects will be interlinked internally with one concept known as references. Like this, how many objects are linked? We give one layout to the student and release it. At last, he will get 70 objects in the hand. The student will get 70 objects, not 1 or 2, 70 objects in the hand. Through advanced Java, student will be released with 70 objects. And the student who knows these 70 objects control, he is an object-oriented programmer, actually. Object-oriented programmer means I can create object and I know the location of object. I know the components available in the object. I know the types of objects. I know linking of objects. I know converting object into stream 0 and 1 to move on the network. I know object locking for protection. I know object grouping. I can store objects somewhere in the database. Whenever I want, I can retrieve it. These all actions are related to object oriented. That is actual object oriented. So if you can do all the work related to objects, then you are object oriented programmer. Not that one, and encapsulation, polymer, they're all features. Features different. Working with object different. They are all theoretical features. Encapsulate, bind together, abstraction, hide something. They're all theoretical. But according to object, what you can do? I can create object, I can locate object, I know types of object, I can link object, I can lock object. That is called object related actions. In that process, you are creating objects and coming now. How many objects you created now? 3 objects I created. User defined class object, wrapper class object, string object I created. Today what you are doing now? Linking objects. What you are doing now? Linking objects. From where you started linking objects? Started linking objects from user defined class object I started. But already I observed there is a link between the string objects. No? Already observed. There is a link between the string objects already there. Now you are linking user defined class objects. So how you link it now? Yesterday I linked address class object and employee class object. How you link it now? Employee class object is holding the reference of address class object. That only yesterday's theory. So this is a total concept to be remembered. Right. Today I will do the second program to you. Second program, what I am going to do is, see there. References. Now, let us have one class known as product. So known program anyway, product. So in this product I had P code. Look here, what you are learning. Core Java project will not be there. Standalone project only will come. Database not there, HTML not there. When you come to Advanced Java, complete picture will come. Advanced Java, that only. Advantage of Advanced Java is every day one application format. Every day one mini project will be there. From unit number 2, servlet program will come. Every day one program is one project there. Because HTML will be there, database will be there, server will be there, server program will be there. All will be there. So if you write one program like this, automatically one small mini application you are going to write it. So here, small short programs, always we work with product, bookstores, employee, student, customer, because that only will be there. If you look, product stores will be there. So Flipkart also online product store only. Amazon also online product store only. Reliance Fresh also product store only. They'll keep it and sell it. If not, library management, bookstores will be there. If not, customers will be there. Customer means any other software is there, any other organization is there, some customer will be there. If not, client will be there. Everybody is a student, everybody is an employee. That only we write it. So other than this, financial transactions, banking domain will be there. Right? Banking domain, if you take it, you can take telecom domain, you can take any other domain. Related will be there. That only will be there. All organizations linked to this flower only. Because from there we take small components outside and we give it demos in the core. All these conclusions we present in advance. Product, online product store, online bookstore, online customer management, online employee management, online student portals. Like this, all conclusions we make in the advances. That only happening. So I am taking one product. Daily why I am taking product means all are product stores only. Flipkart, Amazon, even Reliance Fresh. There are more. That all comes under product stores only. They keep the products and sells it. Who are visiting is a customer. So customer management and product management indirectly. So always we take 4 fields under product. Code will be there, name will be there, price will be there, quantity. Why I am taking quantity means customer sometimes pick 4 or 5 products. That's called quantity for billing. How much you are picking. If not reversely, how many are available? The administrator can manage how many products are available. He can manage. If not, customer is buying how many products also you can manage. So we take product quantity. So product price and product quantity. So always we use one method known as get product. Get product. Now I'll take 2 classes here. One class here. Read. One class is read. One class is display. I'll take it. So one class will read the data, means it read product data. One class will display product data. Okay, right. Now I must link these two. This product should be linked to here. And this should be linked to here. It should be linked. Whenever you want to link these classes, what is the rule now? Sir, take one variable here. Class name. Product. Some P. You take one variable. Product. P. You take one variable. To load the data there, we are using one constructor, that is product sum, PROD. I will take it. Using that constructor, we are going to initialize the product P. Here, display, same no, product, PROD, one constructor. Using constructor, we are going to initialize. Now here, we are having a method. Void read, means read product. Means read product details. Here I am using scanner S as parameter, because whenever I want to read the data, scanner class object needed, no? I am taking scanner S as a parameter I am taking. Now this is display. Void display product. So these are the links we are going to establish. Now this product class information means the product class information available in read and display, means more than one class holding the reference of one shared class indirectly. Read and display can access product details. One for reading, one for displaying. So this is the program I am going to write it. So observe it and write. Here new thing is nothing but I am passing scanner as parameter is the new thing. So I am taking one second program. References application 2. References application 2. Click on finish. I am taking two packages. One is test and one is Amaxis. Under test, I am taking one class. Product, I will take it. I'll take one class as read. I will take one more class as display. I will take it like this. So first go with product. Now product is having public product code, product name, so public float product price, public int product quantity. So public void get product. Now system dot out dot print ln. Product details, we had it. Now system dot out dot print ln product code P code. System dot out dot print ln product name is P name. Now system dot out dot print ln product price P price. So system dot out dot ln product quantity is P quantity. So this program you know already, old pattern. So we are reading and we are displaying anyway. Go for read class now. Here read class. Here I am taking one variable. So public product P. This only we are calling it as a reference variable. Reference variable. To load the data, we are using one constructor, that is read. Constructor. Here product PROD, one variable. Now P is equal to PROD. So initializing reference variable means loading. Now here we had so public void read product, one method. If I want to read product, enter the product code. So to read the data, keyboard connection is needed. Who is having keyboard connection means a scanner will have keyboard. Only one class who is holding keyboard connection means a scanner. So here you pass that scanner as parameter. You are passing scanner as a parameter. If you use scanner here, you must import java.util. You are going to import. Now using this scanner as now, you can read it. So system.out.println, enter the product code. Enter the product code. Now enter the product code means already P is there, no here reference, right? Using that P dot product code is equal to s dot next line. See there, read product method is accessing two objects now. Yes or no? This read product method accessing two objects. One object scanner, one object product. Yes or no? It is accessing two objects. That only power of references said. Power of references is one method can access any number of component, any number of objects. See, one through reference variable, one through parameter means you can pass non-primitive data type variables as parameter also here. That is the information I am giving. Now this is repeated. Anyway, this line is repeated one more time. Enter the product name. Enter the product name. This is P name. Enter the product price. Enter the product price. Here P price. P price is float. So float. Enter the product quantity. Quantity is int. This is P quantity. So the read product method is reading the data to product object through scanner. It's a theory. Now this display, same concept. It has to display the data from the product. Whenever it want to display the data from the product P I am taking one constructor again. So display product PROD. Here P is equal to PROD. So initializing reference variable. Now here we had public void display product. So directly the method can be accessed. P dot get product. So accessing the method of product class. So this method can access the product object directly. The point. So these are the links. Go for main class now. Go for main class. Demo reference 2 I am taking. Main class this is. Under main class, import test.star, import java.util. Scanner will come. Anyway, first create object for scanner. Scanner S is equal to new scanner of system.in. S dot close in the last. Now create object for product. Product P is equal to new product. Create object. Then create object for read R is equal to new read of P. Yes or no? right? So this is constructor call with reference as parameter. Constructor call with reference as parameter or not now? Okay, right. The same way, using this R, see there, you are having read product S. Here also, method call with reference as parameter. Yes or no? I am passing S as parameter or not now? Observe this. So here one constructor call is there, here one method call is there. Both are methods only, no? Constructor also method only. So I am passing S as parameter here. Now create object for display D is equal to new display of P. The same. Here also constructor call with reference as parameter. So D not display product. Here also, sorry, no method. This is method call without parameter. This is method call without parameter. There is no parameter. So finally, you are linking product class object to read and display. The answer will come. Enter the product code A121, product name. Always we take mouse, price 1200 and some answer came now, right? So reading, printing only, but in the background some links are established between them. Okay. So example program 2 on references. Here I took one product dot.java. I took read.java, display.java, demo reference 2.java. This is one main class. Right, look here, the outline diagram I'll write, object link, right? I'll draw one outline diagram, observe it. In this outline diagram now, the first line is nothing but scanner S is equal to new scanner. Scanner S is equal to new scanner. Two minutes, I'll finish off it. This is scanner S is equal to new scanner. Scanner class object created 0x111. The scanner class object will have one buffer. You know, the buffer is linked to one operating system buffer. Do you remember? This is one OS buffer where your console input is connected. Where your console input is connected. This reference is available on yes. This is the imagination you had already. Here methods are there. Next byte method. Here some methods are there. You know this concept already. This is your scanner class object flower. Okay, right. If I move yes and the address will go. That's what I am trying to say here. That is line number 1. That is the imagination. So imaginations are very important. And you people means students, you are under training process. No, for you, maximum students and means your drawback only, that is student drawback is they will not maintain memory locations. Only few people they are maintaining. Remaining all they concentrate on notes and programs. Suppose if I don't send notes for 2 days, they'll ask, sir, please send the notes, sir, I have to byhead it. So please send the program, sir, I must copy it and run it. That psychology will be there. Many students, that psychology will be there. Means they concentrate on number of program typing and number of program running. That is not practical actually. That is not practical. Some students will sit hours in the lab and they work it by typing programs and running programs without analyzing what it is. How many days you practice also, that becomes 0. Without analyzing a program, if you practice it, that will become a 0. At last, you will become a good typewriter only, not a good code writer. So if you type number of programs, you will become a good typewriter only because this keyboard will be practiced. But each program should be analyzed. That's the only concept. That's why we say. If you work 10 programs also, if not 20 programs also, they should be analyzed with memories. They should be analyzed with memories. And whatever the analysis you've done it, that you have to grasp it and carry forward for the next level. Now, scanner I drawn in the first day. 1 or 2 days I drawn. After that I stopped it. Always I say scanner yes means hope, I feel. Student is getting that imagination, I feel it. So today again I drawn this diagram to you. Why I drawn this diagram means memory will be located in the heap area. Memory will not move. That memory created in the heap area, memories will not move. Object moving, object copying, object traveling, object will not move. Object is a memory, it will not move. Understood this point? Object address will be moved. If I say object is past means object cannot be past. Object address is past. That point a developer should know. You orally you can speak it and I am passing object here. I am moving object here. Means object is not moved. Because object is a memory. How can you move the memory? And memory cannot be moved. So object will have one address. Object reference is moved. That who should know now? Developer should know. Now whenever I say scanner object is passed as parameter, means address is passed as parameter. Here object is not passed as parameter. That point you have to catch it. Understood this point? So object will be created somewhere. And example, if we take cookie session track, you open your www.nareshit.in. Down one message will come in your mobile phone. So for if you want to future very fast access, please accept this cookie. One button will come. You'll click on that cookie. What happens? The cookie will travel and install in your web browser. That cookie is an object actually. But object traveled, object not traveled, address traveled. Where is object now? Object is in the server. Which server now? www.nareshit.in server. Where is that server? Somewhere in that block it is there. You take www.gmail.com. Right? Daily your net will be opened. That icons will be there permanently. That also cookie session track only. www.gmail.com. Once you logged in, if it is correct, one cookie will travel and sit in your web browser. That cookie is an object. Object traveled, object not traveled, address traveled. Understood this point now? Right. Where is object? Object sitting in the server. Where is server? We don't know in the world where is the server. Understood this point now? Why I am speaking now means I passed scanner S as parameter. I passed product P as parameter. I am saying that I am passing object as parameter. I am saying orally. but object is not passed. Address is passed. All of you understood this point? And because I'm drawing the diagram and coming, this is the imagination of your scanner. Anyway, the scanner has one reference, 0x111. Now product P is equal to new product. I am creating one object for product. I am creating one object for product. I am creating. So product object I am creating. So product object is created. Zero x 222. Product will have P code, P name, P price, P quantity, get product. So these are the members available. Means 0x222 holding 5 fields indirectly. One code, one name, one price, one quantity, one method. So object means not single valued component. It is a group valued component. That only concept. So all that 5 are sitting under same address location 0x222. While object creation, P code is null because data not there. P name is null. Data not there. P price is null. 0.0. Why 0.0? Float default value is 0.0. Now, product quantity is 0. Anyway, here, void get product. So that is one object. Product object. Product object will have one address 0x222. That's the imagination. Once the product object creation completed, now we are going for the next one. Read R is equal to new read. While I am creating object, I am passing P as parameter. So the constructor will take the P. Yesterday's diagram is there now? Yes or no now? Yesterday I asked you to analyze the diagram once. This constructor will take the address and bind it into here. Daily I cannot draw the same diagram. No? Yesterday I given a time and session to you where constructor is drawing the diagram. Because I given 1 day time with one program. Yesterday I given 1 day time with one program only to analyze. So yesterday I used constructor to initialize. So the address is coming and binding. I shown that arrows to you in the diagram. Okay, right. Today you must imagine it. Yesterday's concept, today you must apply it. The constructor is going to bind it. Now in today, read R is equal to new read. Read R is equal to new read of P. This one. Read R is equal to new read of. Now read object is created. See there. Read object is created. 0x333. Now constructor is there, no? The constructor is executed. The constructor will take that P as parameter. P means what now here? P means what now? One address location. 0x222, one address location. It takes the address location and bind here. That is P is equal to 0x222. Now one object holding the reference of another object. Here method is there. The method is void read product of S. I am passing S as a parameter. Read product S. S means this one. Anyway. Now this is read. These are the objects now. Anyway. Now I am using one line known as R dot read product of S. Read product of S. This one. Read product of S means I am calling this method. Yes or no? I am calling this method. Now this method will come for execution. Imagine it. The method is coming for execution here. Product of S. This method is coming for execution. All of you understood this? Right. Now, S is passed as a parameter here. Yes or no? S is passed as a S means what now? This address location. What is S now? 0x111. I'm passing 0x11 and I am passing object as parameter means address as parameter. That point you have to grasp it. Now, this method can access the scanner object. Yes or no? Right. Now, this method can access product object. Sir, how it can access product object? Because this read product method came from this object, no? In this object, already address location is available here now, right? Through this address location, it can access this object. So, read product can access two objects. One scanner class object, one is product object. And it is going to load the data. Dot. It's going to load the data. Read the data. Here, A121. Some mouse, some price, some quantity. All of you understood this? Right. Now, using that read product is taken the address location and accessing the methods of scanner class, reading the data and accessing the members of product object and loading the data. Understood this? Right. Okay. Now, why I am drawing means whenever we pass object reference, address will go, object will not go, because that will play a crucial role. That knowledge is going to play a crucial role. In the advanced Java, objects will be there in the Tomcat server only. They will not go anywhere. We only will be traveling to web browser and coming back. Server will be running somewhere in the world. Addresses will come and monitor the client and they come back. So objects, if the on demand, sometimes 6% to 8% object will travel. But whenever you want to make object to travel, we must convert into 0 and 1. We must convert into 0 and 1 and we move it. That also happening already. But remaining all address movement is happening in the market. So that one I want to reveal. So I'm taking this point. Okay, right. This one you understood anyway. Display this one. Display D is equal to, again, same concept. Display D is equal to, I'm drawing down here. Display D. Same. Display D also having one constructor. Some 0x444. Using constructor, we are binding. So P is equal to 0x222. Here, display product. Void display product. Void display product. Like this. Now, whenever I call this method, anyway, you can understand that. Hope. So, d dot read product. Even I'll complete that. Void display this. Now here we written d dot, you can understand, not d and p dot get product. So this method can access this method directly. How means this method is coming from this object, no? So in this object p is there, it can access. All of you understood this? Say yes or no to me, right? Yesterday you got some concept. Again I run second program. At last, hope I provided information. I think one object will hold reference. Specialty of this program is two objects holding the reference of same object. Observe now. Read and display holding the reference of same object. You can share it. So that object can be shared by two methods. So theory. So this is a point, right? So this diagram I'll paste here. Make a statement. Note. In the above program, read class object and display class object. Read class object and display class object. Read class and display class objects are holding the reference of product class object, which means product class object is shared by two classes. Shared by two classes. Two classes are sharing the same object. So shared object, that is. Right. We can pass non-primitive data type variables as parameters. We can also pass, because already you're passing primitive, we can also pass non-primitive data type variables as parameters. In this process, the object references are passed as parameters. Object references are passed as parameters. In this process, object references are passed as parameters. So whenever I say I am passing object as parameter means developer should know. Object is not moved. The reference of object is moved. Yes or no? In the market, all people will say that only. Object I am passing, object I am moving, object I am copying. They'll say. But you should know in the background layer, he is speaking object moving means object will not be moved. The reference is moved. That we should know. Understood this point? All right. Then only you can access the objects correctly. Right? If you don't know that minimum basic thing, no, some wrong results may come in the coding. Right? From today, object passed means reference passed. That point you have to grasp it. Right? Based on the small knowledges, take one small assignment and try it. Okay, right? Known assignment only student class. With the same class, you link it and try it. Once read and display. No calculation, just read and display. Whether you are able to link it or you check it. Applications lot more waiting. Multi-threading chapter is there. Multi-threading chapter depending upon references concept. Total multi-threading depends upon references concept only. Servlet program references concept. Anyway, lot more chapters are there to apply this concept. For today demo, take one student class and link 2 or 3 classes and check it out. Okay, right? Take assignment. Write a program to read. Write a program to read and display student details using references concept. I'll give one layout diagram under this, like this. So always address is common anyway. Student will have an address. House number, street name, city, and pin code. Get address. Contact. Employee contact. You take contact. Class name is contact. Mail ID and phone number. Get contact. Enough. Both. Now you take one class employee. You take one class student, not employee. Student. Here you take one student name, roll number, branch. Address AD, you take it. Contact C, you take it. Get student. I am using 2 references here. 2 references. I am using one class known as read. Read one class. So take one method, read employee. Take scanner as parameter and employee as, not employee, sorry, student as parameter, you take it. You take any one variable what you want it. Okay, right. And display void display student. You take student as parameter. This also student. Here main class will be there. Demo reference 3. This is one main class. So the points. So try it and keep it. If I send the notes bit late also, you can try it. I'll upload the notes and don't wait for my notes. 1:30 I'll upload it. If anything missed, evening 7:30 will come. Practice one day will go. No, if you don't write complete notes also, any assignments are there, you write it and go. You can practice in the day notes somewhere. Anyway, notes will come day or day. Right. Completed? Right. So try this references and come once. I'll give the solution by tomorrow to you once. Okay, right. Now look here. These relations will have some names. In interview, they'll ask it. Is a relation, as a relation, aggregate, composition, like this. Some questions they'll ask in the interview for you. Right? This relation is as a relation actually, because one object as a reference of another object. We call it as a relation. But the statement we are not recording now only. At the ending we record. Ending means what? Relationship between classes. The chapter should be ended. On that day we write that relation types. Okay, right. Now references means one object holding reference of another object. Advantage, the members of one object can access the members of another object. In that process, a object can hold any number of object references without any restriction. In the process of working with references, we can pass non-primitive data type variables as parameters. Whenever we pass non-primitive data type variables as parameters, internally, object references are passed as parameters. That point you have to grasp it and try this assignment. How much idea is coming, you try once. Okay, right. Now, this is your concept of references. Right. We keep that layout in the notes. The diagram I'll paste there and I'll keep it. So this is the first one. Understood? No? Right. Okay. Sometimes if we use references, the number of objects will be increased. Right? Means classes declaration that only. Class code also increases. And object creations also increases. To overcome that only they gone with inheritance. Second model is nothing but inheritance. Make a siding. Inheritance in Java. Star mark IMP. Inheritance in Java. Inheritance in Java. What is the general meaning of inheritance? And general meaning, not language meaning, general meaning. Sir, we take features from our parents. Our eyes looks like mother, if not. Our walking style like father. My nose looks like my mother or father. Means what? We are extracting features from parent. That's called inheritance. General meaning. The author brought the term into programming language, saying to you, one class will be there, one more class will be there. Feel that class is parent, feel one more class is child. Now this child class can take the features from the parent. Features means what, sir? Nose and eyes, sir. Your nose, eyes will not be there, no? For us, features means variable, method, block, constructor. That is the features. Extracting features in Java means extracting variable, extracting method, nothing but using them. That's the concept. The term they use it as we use the features of another class. Features means not nose and eyes and here. Right here, features means variable, method, block. From parent, variables are available to child or not. Constructors from parent available to child or not. Block from parent available to child or not. That's called features. The process of linking two classes with extends keyword is known as inheritance process. Make it. According to Java, the process of linking two classes with extends keyword. Two classes with extends keyword. Extends keyword is known as inheritance process. Is known as inheritance process. The process of linking two classes with extends keyword is known as inheritance process. According to Java, I written. According to Java, from today, any two classes linked with extends, then you can say inheritance. Like this. Suppose I had one class. Suppose one class is there, A, one class is there. One more class is there, that is B. Now, you can have any number of classes, no restriction, right? We are going to link the two classes with one keyword. We are going to link with one keyword known as extends. I am linking the two classes with one keyword known as extends. Sir, where you are going to draw the arrow? Up or down? Generally, some materials will draw up, but Venkatesh sir will draw down. The reason, my intention saying to you, the features of A are available to B. I drawn the arrow down or not now? So the features of A are available to B. I'll be drawing the flow diagram. Flow means the components of A flows to B. Now, A is parent, B is child. Understood this point now, right? So, A by terminology, you can call it as parent class. You can call it as parent class. Other name for it is superclass. Other name is superclass. C++ terminology, base class. Sir, why you brought C++ terminology after a long time? The reason. Actually, two languages the technical education provided to you. One is C, one is C++. Both are brothers. C is equal to C plus 1. C++ means both are brothers in the market actually. C says that I had structured programming style. C++ says that I had object-oriented programming style. So our Java comes under C++ flavor, means object-oriented programming style. But who are coming to Java, we never asked to go to C language. We never asked to go to C++ because C++ outdated. So we ask the students directly come to Java, we say. Sir, what about C language, sir? Can I learn it? I must not learn. We say no. The reason, C is a structured programming. Don't bring that flavor here. That only we say C is not needed to learn Java because Java is object flavor. C is a structured flavor. No, sir, I want to learn both. Freshers has to learn both. One is structured flavor, one is object-oriented flavor to pass your examinations for technical. For working pattern, only one in the real time. Why I'm speaking that point means base class is a term available in C++. You can call it as base class, super class, parent class, our terminology. When you come to child here, so B comes under child class. Child class, whenever you say parent class, you must say child class. Whenever you say super class, you must say subclass. Whenever you say super class, you must say subclass. Whenever you say base class, you must say derived class. What is the class name? You must say derived class. The terms. Now, anyway, parent child is the best terminology. Parent class, child class. The members of parent are available to child. Nobody will say, by seeing your father, you are looking like your child. Nobody says. Yes or no? You are walking like your child. You are walking like your son. He will say, how can I walk like my son? My son only walks like me. What is the meaning behind it now? Members of A are available to B. Members of B are not available to A. Got this concept? That only inheritance. So whenever I link A to B, members of A are available to B. Members of B are not available to A. Why, sir? The student will ask. Against inheritance. Against inheritance process, how a parent look like a child? Not possible. So child will look like a parent. So the members of parent available to child, but child members are not available to parent. This is a diagram. So draw it and keep it here like this. Some diagram. For notes purpose, we keep the diagram. Sir, I want syntax. So syntax means okay, diagram okay, sir, there. Parent class linked to child class anyway. Parent class linked to child class, you said. So orally you must remember it. The members of parent are available to child, but the members of child are not available to parent. That point you have to grasp it, right? Sir, how can I represent this in a syntactical form? Syntax means our code writing form. Our code writing form is like this. Class A. Some members will be there. Members means maybe variable, maybe method, and so on. Some members are available. Here class B will be there. Extends from A. That's the syntax. What is the syntax now? Class B extends from A. That you are going to read it. How to read that means class B extends from A. That's the point. Here some members will be there. class B extends A, means extends from A. It's a concept. Right. So after writing this syntax now, what is the information to be given, theoretical information? Sir, the members of A, means parent class, are available to child class, but the members of child are not available to parent. Not available means if you access, error will come. Right? Okay. Make it. Next line. The members of parent class are available to child class, but members of child class are not available to parent class. Not available to parent class. Now look here. Sir, I linked that parent class to child class, fine. Have to create object for whom? Suppose if I create object for parent class, all parent class members available in the object. If I create object for child class, the members of parent, members of child, both are available in the object. Understood this point now? So in inheritance process, we create object for child class. In this process, the object can hold members of both parent and child. Make a statement. In inheritance process, we create object for child class. In inheritance process, we create object for child class. In this process, the object will hold the members of both parent class and child class. In inheritance process, we create object for child class. In this process, the object will hold the members of both parent class and child class. Everybody clear? Right. Okay. The first advantage of inheritance is the same thing I can do with references also. Right? There, I must create object for A separately. I must create object for B separately. I can link it. Two objects are created, no? For linking, I must use add one constructor, one variable or not now. Code is increasing, number of objects increases. Here, only one object will come, constructor also not there. So if we take inheritance, code will be decreased, number of objects will be decreased. We use inheritance in the first priority. Wherever it is not possible, then we go with references. Understood this point now? So they given two options to you. One is references, one is inheritance. Now we have to do the practical on inheritance. Correct. Can I do the practical by tomorrow? Right. So easiest chapter is inheritance. So why we give the references first means, if we give the inheritance first, we never work with references. Because their number of objects will be increased in the references. So today I am giving time to work with references, complete and come. Tomorrow I'll write the solution. Tomorrow I'll give the assignments on inheritances will be started. Very easy. It takes 3 days time. May tomorrow Thursday na? Today Thursday na? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. By Monday, inheritance will be ended. After that inheritance, intraphases will come. Tuesday, Wednesday, intraphases. And Thursday, abstract class. And Friday, inner classes will come. Friday, Saturday, again Monday. That coming Tuesday or Thursday, Tuesday or Wednesday, exception handling will come. That exception handling comes means your batch will come to ending. That's a major point. So all of you take the opportunity of your Advanced Java by 11 AM. Okay, right. So find your time, attend 11 AM Advanced Java myself. So yesterday only started. Still we are under demo process for today also. Right. Okay. Take a break. Thank you very much for today.